Alright, this video is going to be very straightforward and very simple. It's going to be a MAC starter kit as far as eyeshadows and brushes that I think are necessary if you're really going to be serious into makeup. Just to begin, I'll start with the eyeshadows. Everyone, well, assuming that you don't know anything about MAC, their eyeshadows are really good quality. Some of them I don't like and could live without, and some I have that I need. They're absolutely staple eyeshadows. One of them being is Patina, which is a very beautiful golden brown. It's universal. It works for everybody, pretty much. I can only speak for me, and it works great for me. The next one is Satin Taupe, which is a taupey kind of, it almost reminds me of like a really light eggplant color. It's beautiful. There's that one. Another very neutral, universal color. The next one is All That Glitters, which is kind of a reddy brown and almost like a champagne color, a little bit darker than champagne. The last one that I think is absolutely necessary is Tempting, which, if you can see a theme, they're kind of just all neutral colors. There's Tempting. And I like the golds. Kind of a warm undertone, you know, kind of a bronzy, goldy color. That's the colors that I prefer to work with. So those are the 4 eyeshadows that I think you should need in your arsenal of eyeshadows. Now, brushes. MAC brushes are not cheap. They are an investment, and if you take care of them properly, they will last you for a very long time. They are very good quality brushes. Ones that I think are necessary is the MAC, which one is this? The 116. This is a blush brush, a powder brush, whatever you want to use it for, a contouring brush. I just used it for blusher. This is a beautiful brush. It's soft. I mean, I've heard people say, oh, MAC brushes are the softest brushes ever, and no, I don't really think that's true. This to me feels coarse, but it's not so much so that it's going to scratch your face or anything, but the quality is there because it holds its shape very well. I've washed this I've had this for a year, and I wash it every week. So hairs don't really fall out of it. You may get a little bit of shedding, but I believe that's normal with all brushes. Yeah, so that is a must-have. The other one, this is dirty, is the MAC 217. You cannot find a duplicate for this. I've looked, and Sigma has one, but it's a little bit fatter, so this one gets really into the crease really well. This is dual purpose as well. It's made for blending the tip, and the side of it you can use to pack down color. So if you don't have a flat shader brush, for instance, one like this would work. So it has dual purposes to it. And those are the kind of things that you want to look for in brushes, that it has multiple uses, not just one, because then it's very limiting. The last brush that I think is necessary is the MAC 109. Now, people say they use this for foundation. I have tried it for foundation, and it just shed everywhere. I hated it. It took me probably a minute to pick off all the hairs off of my face, and people are like, well, just wash it. I've washed this for over a year, once a week. I wash my brushes once a week, no matter what. And I'm very careful how I dry it. I dry it, you know, flat over a table so none of the water gets down the ferrule. So it sheds. I don't use this for foundation. I hated it. But I do use it for blush. Again, I use it for powder on the face, and I use it for contouring. I like this brush better for contouring than the 116. This, for some reason, it just makes too sharp of a line for me, but some people like that. this brush, this one is a lot softer than the MAC 116 as well, so it feels really nice on the face. So that is it for brushes. The one last thing that I will mention is eyeliner. Smolder eyeliner from MAC. This is probably the softest kohl liner I have ever felt. It smudges really nicely, and it's very black. That's it right there. And I'm just barely rubbing over it, and you can see it's already starting to smudge. I like that in an eyeliner. I do not like waterproof eyeliners. They are a pain in the butt to get off, and they don't smudge as nice, in my opinion. I have Stila's eye kajal. Yes, it's blacker than Smolder, and yes, it's creamier, but it moves all over the place. You have to set it with a powder, and I don't want to go through that extra step in the morning. I want to be able to put on eyeliner, smudge it, and be done with it. I don't want that extra step. If you want that, then maybe check out Stila's eye kajal. Also, too, you can put the eye kohl in the waterline, too. Now, this won't stay on your waterline. It will stay there for a while, but if you want something for your waterline, the product I would recommend is MAC's Blacktrack Fluid Line. This is, in Blacktrack. Very black. This sucker, once you put it on your waterline, will not move all day. So you don't have to worry about it when you use this. And sometimes, mine is starting to dry out a little bit now. It's a little bit difficult to work with, but it's a jaw liner and it's really nice. If you hate liquid liners, I would recommend trying this. I know Bobbi Brown makes one. I know Clinique makes one. I'll probably try Clinique next because it's a little bit cheaper than MAC. Bobbi Brown is the most expensive, so you know, I try to keep my makeup addiction to a minimum as much as I can. I'll probably try Clinique, and I heard that's a little bit more wetter to work with, so it's a little bit easier. The MAC is really dry, so it kind of depends what your preference would be in working with it. But I love that because it will stay in place on the waterline, and it's relatively easy to use. You just have to get used to working with an eyeliner brush. Whether it be a bent one like this from Coastal Scents, a fat one like this is 209, and I have another one somewhere. Excuse me. Where is it? There it is. This one's been washed too, from Louise Young. This is a really fine liner brush. So anyway, this was kind of a rambling video, I know, but those are the products that I would recommend if you're looking to get into MAC makeup. So I hope this has been helpful to anybody who has been looking into their products, and maybe I answered a few of your questions. And if you have any more, feel free to send me a message. You guys have a nice day. Bye.